Hello everyone, Warmac9 here, once again bringing you FTB, finish the building, and I feel kind of derp, because between last episode and this episode I recorded, and I got about 30 minutes recording done, and then I realized I wasn't actually recording, it was all just a figment of my imagination. So, I didn't actually get anything really major accomplished. I'm still wearing my armor. I still have my diamond drill. I've built basically nothing new. But in addition, I have expanded the quarry a few times, twice I believe, because it has encountered a stunning thing called the bottom of the world, and I couldn't dig any further down, so I had to move it from the original position. And I did redo my sorting machine here, so now I have it completely automated. I made a couple silver chests because they're a bit larger capacity than the simple double chest, and certainly better than a iron or a copper chest. I believe they're better than iron, at least. Anyway, I have a basic input here. Everything goes in here, it goes up the pipe through here, then hits my first diamond pipe. I used two diamond pipes, or 2 diamonds, excuse me. 2 diamonds to go ahead and make me a stack of 8 diamond pipes. As you can see here, I've already consumed 4, 3 of which are in here, 1 is outside. Basically giving myself a little filter here. Now this is not quite complete because, I mean, this is copper, tin, iron, silver, gold, monazite. I think I'm still mixing bauxite and 1 other. But basically this is kind of a catch-all anyway, because everything that goes through here, black is automatically going to drop down into the macerator. Everything else that's blue, gems, important stuff over here, everything else is going to shuffle over here into this one, where this one has just an automation set in for resin and rubber wood, throwing it into the extractor there. Otherwise everything else just comes along here, hits an iron pipe and keeps going into this chest. As you can see, I've already caught some uranium right here, and I put in the hoppers because I knew that this system is not exactly very efficient, because I can't make the macerator much faster than it already is without just, sticking more overclockers in there. And the electric furnace, that is something I do need to make faster, and at which point the hopper can become less of an issue. But because I'm doubling everything in the macerator, I really need to probably keep the hopper on there. It turns out it can be fed from the side, which is awesome. All that I've got going on right here is just that if I have forcesium or coal dust, anything that's maceratable but not smeltable just passes on through and then goes straight to the chest. So that's the bulk of what I've done so far. I did want to do some more stuff right here, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And if I put in something like a sandstone pipe coming down so it doesn't attach to the machines, and I try and build out this way, it's just going to attach to the wooden pipe there. So I think I've kind of limited myself in terms of space just because I put everything here in the corner. It makes everything kind of tight. So I guess the good with the bad on that case. Let's go have a look at the quarry. I've kind of got it auto feeding. Now this right here is kind of weird. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I had cobblestone feeding just fine yesterday directly into the face of these. I've already got 2 things of 64 cobblestone. I'm working on another 2. I've got some gravel here as well. The barrels are becoming incredibly useful, especially since I can just have everything filter out right here. It's like, okay, gravel, cobble, dirt, and the things I'm going to get the most of I can just stash right over here in these. Unfortunately for me, the real downside here seems to be that I don't always have a very consistent acting set of pipes. There was a recent update to the FTB mod pack, which it was nothing of really big consequence, nothing really major was changed. However, these things don't behave well with the pipes anymore. They don't accept it from the front face, which is what I had set up, and I let these things run, and they were just taking it from the front as well as from the top, and now they only take it from the top. So I kind of have to manually move some stuff about here every now and then. to make sure that I can actually keep production in place. But these guys are full. That's like 4,000 and some change, unless I am dreadfully mistaken, but that was about the count right before it hit capacity. Let's go have a look at my thing. Yay, uranium. It's relatively rare. Moving on over this way. Now I've actually, that was the original spot. This was the second spot. I ended up having uranium directly beneath the quarry machine itself without it actually reaching it. And then I miscounted when I made this ledge over here. Oh, I put up torches and they're gone. Why are they gone? Let's pop over here. Don't know if it popped it off of the wall there. It shouldn't have. But, yeah, this is one of the cave systems that was just on the northwest end from my house, so I had already partially explored some of it. I can see some copper down there that I'm going to want to get in a little bit. But that wasn't really the point of this episode, to pick up what the quarry misses. This episode I wanted to really get my coal coke production back in swing. I haven't really been able to do that because it's full. It's at capacity. And yeah, I can't make any more coal coke until I do something about the creosote. So to that end, I have made, well, I haven't even made anything yet. I've got you guys along with me, so that way I can make some stuff. We're going to need to make a couple things. First off, I know someone mentioned in a recent episode, the person being PCR Builder 89 on the episode 10.5, he suggested using railcraft tanks. They use less glass, so on and so forth, to hold the fluids, which that's actually exactly what I intended to do. And to that end, I basically hollowed out an area behind the tanks here, or the ovens, and I made an area down below. Now the area down below I've kind of marked off with a few spots. This area is nothing special. This is mostly what I ended up recording and then failing to actually record. And down here I was planning on putting in some big tanks, some legit tanks, some tanks of massive proportion. Now this guy here would be a 7x7, and I guess I could make it about 5 tall. Depending on the size of these guys, per block of surface area is going to affect how much capacity. So these large ones hold about 5.433. It's like 5,433,000 millibuckets, or just 5,000 buckets, whereas these guys hold a bit less, and obviously something like this would hold even less. This would be 3x5, this would be 5x5, and I was planning on putting like a 7x5 here, because I don't obviously have the room to throw in a full 7x7, because then I'd chop out the ceiling, and all of a sudden I'd be sitting my machines directly on top of my tank, and I think that would be in poor sport. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get production underway. First things we're going to need are going to be some pistons. I'm going to need about 6 pistons, so we'll go ahead and just say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pistons. I put my cobble back, didn't I? I need my cobble. Let's take out a stack of cobble. Good deal. Let's lock myself out of my house. Good deal. And we'll go in here like so. Throw 6 iron right there. We got our redstone there. And then 6. Boom. Nice, quick, simple. We're gonna need 2 stone gears, which requires 2 wooden, and then encoating those. This is all, of course, to make the Stirling engine here. Then we'll take these guys. Take boom, boom. Actually, no, I need 4 stone gears, don't I? Means I need slightly more. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 gears. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was only thinking of 2 gears total because I needed to make two machines, but that's obviously not the case. Do that and that, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Stirling engines. Phenomenal. Go ahead and make a little bit more sticks because I'll need a lever or a lever. At least one. That's fine. I might need a little bit more cobblestone because next I need to make another 4 pistons, which it actually looks like I have plenty. Go ahead and do that and that and that. Need more wood is actually what it looks like I'm going to be short on here. 2 wood short. Let's grab a spot of wood. Oak wood will be fine. Put this up here. Boom. Throw that down there. Go Duke. Duke, Duke. Duke, 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 Duke. And Duke for good measure, followed by Duke. Right, so now we have 8 pistons. Is that really how many I wanted to make? I cannot recall. I feel like I only gathered the materials in which to make 4. You know what? I'm getting worse at math with every episode, and I suppose I should only blame myself since I'm waking up so early, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. And this is a little bit earlier than I'm accustomed to in terms of waking up. Either that or I'm just running on way too few in sleep. I got up at 7 and I was like, oh my god, it's too early. And then I was like, no, it's not. I need to record. So in any case, I'm at least trying to get up to make sure I can have some content out for you guys. Because I like to keep my stuff advanced. Like, I like to have a day in advance of recording just in case I goof or I don't have enough time on a given day to actually produce you guys anything. Let's see. I know in the previous version you could build all the way across. No, not this time. Alright. Well, the chief idea behind the rolling machine is that it's rolling out the metal and creating a flat thing in which to work. I suppose in any case I should probably just stack these out to 64 because I'm going to need quite a bit of iron. And even if I wasn't using it all at once, I still have other things I can use it on. So it's always a good thing. Unfortunately, these guys only produce about 1 millijoule, 1 Minecraft joule a tick. And these things require a bit more than that to actually produce. So this could take a few minutes. So if we can make a maybe quick cut, or maybe I can accomplish something else. What else did I need to do? I had something else in mind. I guess I could always make something like a chainsaw. Then we can go out and test that really quickly to see if the chainsaw actually helps me. And ooh, I can use a couple overclockers on it. Refined iron times 5. We got an electronic circuit and a rechargeable battery. Do I still have a rechargeable battery on hand? I does have a rechargeable battery. We already have electronic circuits on hand. That's also another thing I could go ahead and look at is production of an additional solar panel, because I do need still some more of those. While this guy works, I can go ahead and keep functioning, keep busy. Did I have a diamond? I thought I've already accrued some diamonds. I've had 3 diamonds. Not quite as many as I'd like, but certainly better than none. Let's see. And that was for advanced. But advanced also requires advanced circuits, and I haven't quite stuck myself to the nether yet. So let's just go ahead and produce a regular chainsaw, which requires a battery. This, then 5 refined iron. 5 in a different pattern than I've just placed in the last 2 hits. There we go, chainsaw. Booyah. Let's go give it a test, shall we? Like to see if it's already nighttime. Like to see if the chainsaw works just like my regular thingies will. My regular things working in conjunction with the mod. So it does not, meaning I'd probably just be better off using a axe to keep dropping things. Which I suppose that's all well and good. Chainsaws still work like shears, so I can get a lot of material straight off a tree, and I can also use them as get down here. I can also use them just for, you know, attacking things. I think they do a little bit more damage than many things else might do. Alright, so that's charged once again. It's kind of interesting when it's there. Oh, I see it. I was about to say, it doesn't seem to have its teeth, but the fact is that the teeth are the same color as the background. When you hold it in a different angle, you can't see the teeth. Right, so we're at 42. That's actually going relatively quickly. No, I don't want to place it right there. Silly machine. For what we're doing, we're looking to produce some iron tanks. Both the wall, the gauge, and the valve. Now the valve is used with a lever or a lever, iron bars, iron plates. The walls are used just by iron plates, and the valves are used by glass and iron plates. Basically, it becomes one massive holding canister for the materials in which we put within. So I can claim some of these. The basic outside frame of it has to be iron blocks, but once you have the framework, anything you fill on the walls, you can basically do completely up to you, and you will get a functioning machine regardless. So let's keep producing the walls. 52, that's quite the number to start with. Let's go ahead and lay some of these out down here. And basically all I'm doing here is I'm going to run some waterproof pipes. Now, I'm not exactly sure which tank I should allocate for the quantity of stuff I have up here. The guys in here hold 64,000 each. 64,000 is a pretty good clip. That's 64 buckets. If I was to throw it into something like this size tank, that'd probably be overkill. I don't really want to hold that much creosote oil, and if anything, I'll probably end up just wasting some of it once I start hitting a capacity. But I want the ovens to be functional again, so this really needs to be in place so I can offload it. I'm thinking I'll put it here, and then do a water tank here, and a lava tank here, lava being the biggest and most valuable resource I could possibly attain to that point. So yes, we'll just go ahead and throw these blocks in place, like so. Again, as I said, once you get the basic framework in, whatever you put on the faces will automatically work in conjunction with it, which is kind of cool. It's all automatic. It knows and recognizes when it is a complete machine and will adjust its faces accordingly. Let's see, I still have 24. I could actually probably just go ahead and lay out some of these here. I'm going to need to put in a valve because valves are only the only way to take stuff in or out. I'll need to put that in up top, as well as one over here. Actually, I could probably stand to have one on the side too. Well, no, just put one in up top. That'd be fine. Then I'll put one over here on the side, as well as some glass on the side. The remaining 15 that I'm holding here can also still be quite useful, just not in that way. Let's see, I need to make some iron bars, like so. Do I have a lever? There we go. I'll actually need a second lever, which fortunately for me, I already have my cobblestone on hand. So there we go, there we go. And let's throw that in the mid, throw these in the corners. And actually, it probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and claim some more of these and these. And we'll do this. That doesn't need to be there. This. That actually gives us 4 iron tank valves, which is awesome. I actually really just needed the one lever. Look at me doing bad math every single day. Every day I'm bad mathing. This is inversed, actually. I am tired. I don't know if you guys actually ever bother reading the tags on some of the videos, but I have labeled some of the tags, obviously, erroneously, because a lot of my tags have been hashtag pro mode, and this is quite obviously not pro mode, as I am perpetually goofing up my... Oh, don't do that. There we go. I can get it back. I'm perpetually goofing up my count, which is kind of crap for myself here, at least. Now this didn't automatically turn. What gives? What gives? What had I done inaccurately? Give me 1 second. I will. Alright, I realized what was wrong is that I can only do 3x3, so this guy has got a kind of cap here. So that's a little disappointing. I was really hoping I could be able to run it a little bit taller and have a bigger capacity, but it looks like I could have swore I remember reading that you could do things of a scaling size. That would force me to put this guy to a full 7x7. This guy can stay the same as a 5x5, but everything else right here has to adjust. So we'll take this down a notch. That's okay. That's not a really big setback. It's just going to hold substantially less fluid. It should still be able to contain the quantity that I've got currently at hand at present. So I can still throw in a gauge so I can see the current capacity on this thing. And I'll throw this here, and boom. That looks like that fixed it. Did it fix it? Why for you know if it... Oh, I didn't put one in the bottom. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Does that fix it? No. What have I done wrong still? 3x3s. No, that's just silly. I'm looking right there at their screen, and their build-outs are a little different than this. Give me 1 second here. Again, I misconstrued the information here. It can be anywhere between 3x3 base, 5x5 base, 4 or 7x7 base, but the height can be 4 to 8 blocks tall. So these are not really limited by height constrictions in any way, shape, or form. So I'm just derp. Here, we'll go ahead and extend it upwards. We will remove this block here, which will cause that to fall inside, of course, making it a little bit more difficult for me to get to. There we go, there we go, there we go. And this is functional? That is functional! Oh my god. Oh, there we go. 756,000 total millibuckets able to be held, so that's going to hold the 3 of these tanks plus quite a bit more. So that's good for me immediately now, so I can actually start making some waterproof pipings, which is what I have been saving all that wonderful cacti for. Let's see how this guy is going. This guy has me with another bit of plates. And of course, I'm going to continue to make these tanks. So this is in good effort. Let's take these guys. Now, these guys, I believe. Well, let's throw these leaves in here. I don't need leaves. I don't need the vines. Good deal. These guys should be able to be made into cactus green as a dye, followed by the waterproofing following this. And let me just make sure I know WTF I am doing. And indeed I do. Let's go ahead and throw these guys in here. Also looking into things like the induction furnace. Induction furnace. It's going to require copper ingots, which I already have plenty of. It requires the electric furnace and the advanced machine block, which I can do with advanced alloys, and the compressor. Refined iron, bronze, tin. Actually, this could be more within reach than I thought. I do still have some coal dust around here somewhere. Where's that coal dust? There's one. Let's see, that guy just macerated a couple little guys here. These are going through, getting quite a bit of waterproofing. Sure, let's make some coal dust. We'll go ahead and start working on this then. For each one of these, it requires 2 carbon plates, which requires these guys, which require those guys, which means I'm going to need 8 total per plate. So 16 dust. There we go. Cacti green is coming through. We're going to stick the cacti green down here. We're going to throw that like that. Wah wah, wah wah. I don't know if this is going to be enough cacti green. or enough waterproofing for that matter. But let's hope. I do have cobblestone pipes. Gonna need some wooden waterproof pipes as well. Redstone engines, always useful. Let's just sort this, store these, because I don't quite need those this second. Needs really some more pistons. I guess that's really the thing I'm taking away from this. I need just another 2 redstone engines. I also need another 2 levers. Let's go collect a little bit more cobble. I retained these guys. I didn't want to hold these, but I guess I only stored half the equation. 938 cobble. Well, let's take out a few stacks of this. Like so. Go back in here. Hop on in. Gonna need 1 cobble for this. Stick here. Doom. And 1 more, I guess, for the 3rd engine, as I only have 1 redstone engine. We need 2 gears, which are going to require wood, obviously. Do this and this. The music sounds really loud to me right now. I don't know if that's just me or if that's actually coming over to you guys. I know I haven't adjusted my musical audio sound, so yeah, it should still be at 11%. Alright, so we have these guys here. We needed... not that. Needed glass and then that. So we're basically good. Well, for 1. Excuse me. There's a 2nd engine, and we need now a 3rd. Because I didn't think far enough ahead. Oh my god, I could pass out at a moment's notice, it feels like. Oh, jeez. So tired. I wonder how going to work is going to be if I have to start getting up every day at even earlier hours just because I have to be there by early. Oh, in any case, here we go. Another redstone engine. That is fundiferous. This guy's got quite a bit of iron plates. It looks like it was deciding it didn't want to produce any more iron plates, which is silly of it. Where did my plates go? There they are. It's like, what? There we go. Now you, give me the cacti green. Let's place that in here. Let's go duke. Place this with this. We have cobblestone waterproof pipes. Need more cacti. Because something tells me this isn't going to quite reach. It might. I might surprise myself here, but I don't think it will. Fortunately for me, I do have this very minor cacti farm, but I'm always worried that the cacti will fall on themselves and all of a sudden I don't get anything. Proceeding back down, I haven't actually dropped my sugarcane field here in a few either, but let's get this cacti green out of the furnace first, and then we will continue on for great justice. Looks like my wheat is coming along nicely. I was about to say feet, but I'm not growing feet. That would be a little weird. I always fall in those water holes. I placed the sugarcane farm here kind of in this fashion just because I thought I'd be able to get a little bit more surface area out of it. And I kind of did, because, I mean, obviously if I ran it all the way to here, I'd have wheat right in front of the door. It'd feel weird. But I kind of didn't, so it's kind of a double-edged sword in that regard, because I have to walk this really weird path when harvesting everything, and it causes me to drop into it very frequently and disrupt my actual speed and efficiency. So I don't know, I might end up redoing that at some point in time, but right now I just have a buttload of sugarcane. Because the eventual intent is to make that kind of an end goal. Let's see if I have more cacti green. Take these. More waterproofing. We need 3 of these. Boom. Like so. Do I need... maybe? I don't know. I guess I could do iron, because then it would force all the fluid to go in a specific direction, but I don't even know that iron works that way. Oh, what the heck, I'll do it anyway. It's not gonna hurt anything. Alright, let's see if we can possibly reach a solution here. Now, for taking out the stuff on these guys, it's relatively simple. You just stick it to the next of the machine itself. I don't know if there's a distance or a limitation on how this stuff needs to go. I've just been sticking it when I've demoed this like that. Just go boom, boom, boom. It's not going to pull out the cold coke because it's waterproof pipe. It's only trying to pull a fluid. So to that end, we're going to stick engines next to each of these, like so. And then following that, we're going to funnel all this in one direction. There might be a minor backup on the fluid as it's trying to arrive upon its destination, but I consider that a small price to pay. Oh, it's raining. A small price to pay, as it's ultimately gonna help me out. I actually only need really one of these if I do it smartly. So let's take my cobblestone and run it here, 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 and from here in this direction as well. Now I'm going to need to adjust the direction in which they pour from below here. Luckily, I do still have some dirt scaffolding. Dirt, the ultimate scaffolding tool. Place that there, and then we will take our wrench and adjust the flow to be downward, like so. And then we will get it over here into this corner, which will involve me dropping it here and then going this way. Come on, place. Why you no place? I don't know why it no place. Placing this way. I'm gonna have to not make any more episodes while tired. My eyes are just like, kill us now. We'll keep going over this way. Oh, I forgot to put in a thing at the top, a valve, which is okay, I suppose, because I happen to bring valves on hand. And I also happen to fall from my dirt pillar. So let's hop back up here. Let's break the top of this guy, which inevitably requires me to jump inside. That's fine, I don't care. Screw the dirt. Don't need the dirt. Let's make sure that this is in fact a working thing. Darn it, that dirt! Okay, we might have to break in through his side to get the dirt out. Oh my god, is this gonna be enough? Oh, it's totally enough. With one to spare, I call shenanigans. That's awesome. Okay, we'll do that. Place that there. And place this here. Should be good. Ah, it is. It is truly a momentous day. For now, I can resume my coal coke production, and worst to worst, I can just dump crap out of this and not worry about it. So, let's step back up, and we will go ahead and start priming our engines here. Start pumping, start pumping, and start pumping. Now, because these are cobblestone pipes, they have a limitation on how much fluid they can move per tick. A tick is a server incrementation of time, I suppose. These, I believe, only have a 10 millibucket per tick kind of fluid movement. So it takes 10 ticks of the server to move 1 bucket. As you can see, each of these guys is holding like 64,000, but they're getting gone pretty quickly, which is awesome. And you can obviously see these things dropping relatively quickly. A tick in server time is like a quarter of a second to about a half second. And then down here we can actually see this guy filling, which is by far the coolest part about this this particular mod. When I put up my water tank right here, you're going to see something very, very similar to this. I'll actually probably go ahead and get underway on that for the next episode, so that way I can have just a water source in case I should need it. But yeah, this is what I feel is a huge step forward, just because now I can get my coal coke back into production, and I don't have to worry about my quarry running out of energy. So here we are. We are now producing creosote oil at an extremely high rate. this will eventually funnel its way out and get into here, because really the biggest limiting factor is the fact that I'm running this in cobblestone. If I was running this in gold past that iron pipe, we'd be golden. No pun intended. I mean, we'd be golden as in it would be basically done by now. Give or take another 10 minutes or so. The gold pipe holds double the capacity of fluid per second, so it's just like a golden transport pipe in moving items. Instead of only 10 millibuckets per tick, it's 20. So it's not only carrying more at a time, but it's also carrying a bigger load. And considering this is carrying 3 individual pipe loads at once, it would be funneling basically 30 millibuckets a tick into a 20 millibucket a tick line instead of a 10 millibucket a tick line, just being slightly more efficient, excuse me. So yes, this guy is going to fill up to about 172,000, meaning I still have 402,000 remaining. Quite a bit, as I did manage to get a lot, and I mean a lot of coal coke out of these, and these guys are going back into production now, which is awesome. Can actually probably go ahead and just swipe the coal coke here and take it up top, start using it, as well as stick some more coal into these guys, because I do have plenty of coal on hand again. I say that like I mean it. This will be fine. I'll just throw 32 in each of these. As you can no doubt see that the overall production on my coal right now is it's not exactly what I would call stellar. I haven't been seeing a ton of it, but I have been seeing some, and I'm just wondering if that's like a world generation thing, or if that's it's a seed, a mod thing. But I felt like I was getting a lot more coal when I was manually scrounging around for it, rather than just letting my quarry do the dirty work. What's this guy up to? Okay, well, that is going to do it for this episode. I just kind of wanted to get this really big milestone out of the way, and it's not even really as much a milestone as it is just a convenience factor. The fact that I can move all the fluid out of these guys into a tank, but this kind of gives you a glimmer of what we're going to be doing in the future. I'm planning on eventually hitting the nether, hitting it up with some pumps, and running that for this really big lava tank. And lava tanks look so awesome once you fill them. But then we can use that as supplemental power to the solar cells for things like geothermal energy, which can, in long term, increase our mass production with everything. Water over here just because it probably doesn't hurt to have a little bit of water on hand on occasion, and it's certainly nicer looking than a 2x2 infinite water source. So, once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been Warmac9, and I'll see you next time.